How many times have you held back from chasing something you truly wanted, simply because you doubted yourself? Or maybe you've been stuck in that vicious cycle of what-ifs, convincing yourself that you're not good enough to succeed. It's like trying to catch the wind with your bare hands. You can feel the force pushing you forward, but no matter how hard you try, it slips right through your fingers. Your doubts are the invisible barriers that keep you from seizing the success that's just out of reach. So why is this so crucial? Because the most dangerous enemy you'll ever face isn't out there. It's the voice in your own head telling you that you're not enough. Doubt doesn't just hold you back from what you want to achieve. It keeps you from becoming the person you were always meant to be, blocking the growth and fulfillment that come with time and experience. In this video, we'll explore why your doubts are the most dangerous enemy you'll ever face, and how to break free from them. Trust me, this might just be the mindset shift you need to unlock your full potential. Before you continue, if this video resonates with you, hit like and subscribe, because what's coming next might just be the key to unlocking a life without limits. Number 1, doubt creates false stories in your mind. Have you ever wondered why some of your greatest fears never come true? You plan for the worst. Imagine every possible failure and brace yourself for impact, only to realize later that nothing happened. Why does your mind do this? Why does it trick you into believing in problems that don't even exist? The answer lies in the quiet, cunning power of doubt. And by the end of this video, you'll understand how doubt creates these false stories, and more importantly, how to stop it. Doubt is like an unseen puppeteer pulling the strings of your imagination. It plants seeds of fear and overthinking, which grow into elaborate fictional scenarios. These stories feel real, vivid, and urgent, but they exist only in your mind. They're like shadows on a wall, frightening until you realize they have no substance. Let me share a story to show how doubt operates. Emma, a talented public speaker, was invited to give a keynote at a prestigious conference. She had spoken at smaller events before and received glowing feedback, but this time, doubt crept in. What if I forget my lines? What if people laugh at me? What if they realize I'm not as good as they think? These thoughts snowballed, creating vivid mental images of failure, tripping on stage, blanking out, seeing disappointed faces in the audience. By the time the event arrived, Emma was so consumed by doubt that she cancelled her appearance altogether. Now here's the twist. Emma's fears were completely unfounded. The organizers were thrilled with her previous talks. The audience was eager to hear her insights, and she was more than prepared. But none of that mattered because doubt had already convinced her otherwise. Her mind had turned into a battlefield, waging a war against itself, and she lost without even stepping onto the stage. Why does this happen? Because doubt thrives in uncertainty. It fills the gaps between what you know and what you fear with imagined disasters. And the more you entertain these false stories, the more real they feel. But here's the truth that most people don't realize. These stories have no power unless you believe them. They are illusions, created by your mind to protect you from imagined threats that don't actually exist. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Think about that for a moment. How many times have you been paralyzed by fears that never materialized? Doubt's greatest weapon isn't reality. It's your willingness to believe in the stories it creates. So, how do you stop doubt from turning your mind into a battlefield? Here's the reveal. Recognize the pattern. The next time doubt starts spinning a story, pause and ask, is this real, or is this just my imagination running wild? Challenge the story. Actively question the scenarios doubt creates. What evidence do you have that these fears will come true? Most likely, none. Take action. Anyway, the best way to disarm doubt is to act despite it. Each step you take dismantles the false story piece by piece. Stay grounded in reality. Focus on what you know to be true, not what you fear might happen. Truth is the antidote to doubt's lies. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your judgment about it. Doubt creates false judgments, not facts. The key is to see through its illusions and focus on what truly matters. And as Jesus said, the truth will set you free. When you stop believing in the false stories doubt creates, you free yourself from its grip. You stop living in the shadows of imagined fears and start stepping into the light of your potential. So, here's the question to ask yourself. How many of your fears are real and how many are just stories? The next time doubt tries to take over, remember this, those shadows on the wall. They're just shadows. Walk toward your goals and watch them disappear. Number 2, doubt feeds your fears. Why does fear seem to grow the moment you start doubting yourself? Have you ever noticed how one small hesitation can spiral into a storm of worry? It starts with a whisper, "What if I'm not good enough?" and soon turns into a deafening roar of, "What if I fail? What if everyone sees me fail?" But here's the question you need to ask yourself. Is this fear real, or is it being fueled by doubt? By the end of this video, you'll discover how doubt feeds your fears, and more importantly, how to break free from this cycle. Doubt and fear are like fire and fuel. Doubt is the spark, and fear is the flame. When you doubt yourself, you give fear something to latch onto, and together they grow into an unstoppable blaze. The more you doubt your abilities, the more fear whispers in your ear, paralyzing you with worst-case scenarios. And as you stand there, frozen, the opportunities meant for you slip away. Let me share a story about Jason, a musician with dreams of performing on stage. He practiced endlessly, perfecting his craft, but when the opportunity to perform in front of a large audience came, doubt crept in. What if I mess up? What if the audience doesn't like me? These thoughts quickly turned into fear. Jason could feel his heart race, his hands tremble, and his confidence drain. Instead of stepping onto the stage, he turned down the opportunity, telling himself, "I'll do it when I feel more ready." But here's the twist. Jason was already ready. The problem wasn't his skill. It was the cycle of doubt and fear feeding each other. And because he gave in, the fear didn't shrink, it grew. Every time he avoided the stage, his doubt strengthened, and his fear of performing became even harder to overcome. This is what doubt does. It plants the seeds of hesitation, and fear waters them until they grow into an impenetrable wall. And if you let it, this cycle will keep you stuck, robbing you of your potential. But here's the truth. Fear and doubt are feelings, not facts. They're illusions that gain power only if you believe them. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, reminds us, fear is a feeling, not a fact. It only has the power you give it. When you recognize fear and doubt for what they are, temporary emotions, you begin to take back control. You don't have to let them dictate your actions. Instead, you can choose to move forward despite them. So, how do you break free from the cycle of doubt and fear? Here's the key. Name your fear. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? Often, simply naming your fear takes away some of its power. Challenge the doubt. Doubt often creates irrational fears. Ask yourself, what's the evidence that this will happen? You'll find most fears are baseless. Take one bold step. Fear shrinks when you act. Even the smallest step forward can break the cycle of inaction and prove to yourself that you're capable. Focus on the present. Doubt and fear thrive in the future. What might go wrong? Ground yourself in the present moment and what you can control right now. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you take back control of your thoughts, you take back control of your life. Fear and doubt lose their grip when you act with clarity and purpose. And as Jesus said, "Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." Fear is not your master. You are. When you recognize that fear and doubt are just shadows, you can walk through them into the light of your potential. So, the next time you feel fear growing, ask yourself, am I feeding this fire with doubt? Instead of letting the cycle paralyze you, take a step, any step, and watch as the flames of fear begin to die out. Because at the end of the day, fear and doubt are only as powerful as you allow them to be. If you've ever overreacted in a situation and made things worse, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. You won't want to miss what's coming next. We'll show you how to stay calm. And if you love Jesus, comment, "I love Jesus" below. Number 3, doubt weakens your willpower. Imagine standing at the base of a mountain ready to climb. You've prepared for this journey, your gear is in place and your path is clear. But just as you take your first step, a voice whispers in your ear, "What if you're not strong enough? What if you fail?" That voice isn't coming from the mountain or the trail, it's coming from within. It's doubt, and it's not just a voice, it's a weight tied to your legs, making every step feel heavier, every climb seem steeper. Doubt is like a slow poison. It seeps into your thoughts, eroding your willpower bit by bit. What starts as a small question, "Can I really do this?" grows into a paralyzing fear that stops you in your tracks. Doubt doesn't just make you question your abilities, it makes you question your purpose, your worth, and even your right to try. And when you let doubt take over, it's like building a house on sand. The foundation crumbles before you can even begin. Let me tell you about Mia, a young athlete training for her first marathon. She was dedicated, disciplined, and determined until doubt crept in. What if I can't finish? What if I embarrass myself? These thoughts became her constant companions, whispering in the back of her mind during every training session. As the race day approached, she found herself skipping runs and making excuses. Her willpower, once unshakable, began to falter under the weight of her self-doubt. One day, her coach sat her down and said, "Mia, doubt is like a leaky faucet. If you don't fix it, it will drain your energy drop by drop. But here's the thing. It's not the faucet's fault. You have the tools to stop the leak. You just have to decide to use them." Those words sparked something in Mia. She realized that her doubt wasn't a fact. It was a feeling. And feelings, as fleeting as clouds, don't have to dictate your actions. She returned to her training with renewed focus, finishing her marathon stronger than she ever imagined. This is what doubt does. It weakens your resolve by making you second-guess yourself. It's like carrying a backpack filled with rocks, unnecessary weight that slows you down and exhausts you before you've even reached your potential. Stoic philosophy teaches us that our true power lies in our ability to control our thoughts. When doubt weakens your willpower, it's not because you're incapable, it's because you're giving power to a voice that doesn't deserve it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Doubt is an internal storm, but you are the captain of your ship. You have the power to steady the wheel, to push through the waves, and to reach the shore of your goals. Here's how to rebuild your willpower when doubt threatens to erode it. Identify the source. Ask yourself, where is this doubt coming from? Often, it's rooted in fear of failure or comparison to others. Naming it gives you control over it. Focus on your strengths. Write down your past accomplishments. Remind yourself of the challenges you've overcome and the skills you've built. Take small steps. Break your goal into smaller, manageable tasks. Each small victory strengthens your willpower and weakens your doubt. Challenge the doubt. When doubt says, "You can't do this," respond with, "What if I can?" Shift the narrative to one of possibility and action. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Doubt will knock on your door. It's inevitable, but you don't have to invite it in. You have the power to react with determination, to push forward even when doubt tries to hold you back. And as Jesus said, "Truly I tell you, If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, "Move," and it will move. Even a small amount of belief in yourself can overcome the heaviest doubts. Faith in your abilities can turn obstacles into stepping stones. So, the next time doubt tries to weaken your willpower, remember, it's just a shadow. Your strength, your potential, and your purpose are the light. Focus on the climb, not the whispers of fear. With each step, you'll prove to yourself that doubt has no power over you. Number 4, doubt distracts you from your purpose. Imagine standing at the edge of a dense forest with a clear path laid out before you. The destination is visible, just beyond the trees. You take your first confident steps, but then a whisper rises from within. What if this isn't the right way? What if I get lost? Suddenly, every shadow looks like a threat, and the path that once seemed so clear begins to blur. This is the nature of doubt. It's the fog that clouds your vision and makes even the simplest journey feel impossible. Doubt is like a relentless trickster, whispering lies in your ear, making you question your every move. It distracts you from your purpose, pulling your focus away from the horizon and chaining it to the ground. Instead of walking forward with confidence, you stop, you hesitate, and eventually you start looking around for someone, anyone, to tell you what to do. But here's the truth. When you let doubt creep in, you give up control of your destiny. Your goals become secondary to your fears, and the opinions of others become your compass. Let me tell you about Emma. She was a skilled entrepreneur with a vision to launch her own brand. She'd worked tirelessly, crafting every detail of her business plan, and she was ready to take the leap. But just before the launch, doubt slithered into her mind like a snake in the grass. What if it fails? What if I'm not ready? She thought. Her once bright confidence began to dim, and instead of trusting her instincts, she started asking everyone around her for advice. The more opinions she gathered, the more confused she became. Emma's doubt wasn't just slowing her down, it was paralyzing her. One day, a mentor said to her, "Emma, your doubt is like a barking dog. It's loud and distracting, but it can't hurt you unless you let it. Ignore the noise and keep walking your path." Those words hit her like a beam of sunlight cutting through the fog. Emma realized that the only voice she needed to trust was her own. When she silenced her doubt, she moved forward with clarity and purpose, and her brand became a success. Doubt doesn't just distract you, it robs you of your most valuable resource, focus. It's like trying to sail a ship with an anchor dragging behind you. You might move, but not with the speed and ease you're capable of. And worse, when doubt takes hold, you start looking to others to guide your journey, forgetting that they don't know your destination as well as you do. Stoicism reminds us that true clarity comes from within, not from the ever-changing tides of external opinions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When doubt tries to take the wheel, remember, your purpose is your anchor. It's the star that guides your ship through the storm. You don't need anyone else to confirm your path. Your own belief is the only map you need. Here's how to overcome the distractions of doubt. Reconnect with your purpose. When doubt clouds your mind, remind yourself of the bigger picture. Why did you start this journey? What's the deeper reason driving you forward? Turn down the noise. Stop seeking validation from others. Their opinions are like the wind, unpredictable and fleeting. Your purpose is the lighthouse that remains steady. Take the first step. Doubt grows in stillness. Even the smallest action can break its grip and reignite your momentum. Question your doubt. Ask yourself, is this fear based on fact, or is it just a story I'm telling myself? Most often you'll find it's the latter. Epictetus wisely said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." When you focus on your purpose, doubt loses its power. It's like a shadow in the sunlight, present but insignificant compared to the light of your conviction. And as Jesus said, no one who puts a hand to the plow and looks back is fit for service in the kingdom of God. When you let doubt pull your gaze backward, you lose the momentum to move forward. But when you trust yourself and keep your eyes on the horizon, there's no obstacle you can't overcome. So, the next time doubt whispers in your ear, remember, it's just a shadow. Your purpose is the light that dispels it. Stay focused, trust your path, and don't let anything or anyone distract you from the life you're meant to create. If you've ever felt overwhelmed and overreacted, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's next. We'll teach you how to stay calm in any situation. And if you love Jesus, drop "I love Jesus" in the comments below. Number 5, doubt leads to inaction. Have you ever wondered how many dreams have been left unfulfilled, not because of failure, but because of hesitation? How many lives have been shaped not by bold actions, but by moments of second guessing? Doubt doesn't scream, it whispers, softly convincing you to pause, to wait, to overthink. And in that hesitation, opportunities quietly slip away, leaving you wondering what could have been. Doubt is like a thief in the night, stealing your potential without you even realizing it. It doesn't stop you outright, it stalls you, creating a false sense of safety in standing still. But in truth, that stillness comes at a cost. While you hesitate, the world moves forward, and the chances you were meant to seize pass by unnoticed. Let me share the story of Leah, a marketing professional with an idea that could revolutionize her company's approach. For weeks, she hesitated, telling herself, "I'll present it when I'm 100% sure it's perfect." Every day, she watched meetings go by, waiting for the right moment. But as Leah waited, another colleague pitched a similar idea, and it was a massive success. Leah wasn't angry at her colleague, she was angry at herself. She realized that her hesitation had been her biggest obstacle, not her abilities or her idea. This is what doubt does. It traps you in a cycle of inaction. It's like standing on the edge of a diving board, looking at the water below. You know you want to jump, you know you're capable, but your mind fills with what-ifs. And as you stand there frozen, someone else climbs up, takes the leap, and swims in the waters you were too hesitant to enter. Seneca once said, "Action is the antidote to doubt. Do not delay, for time lost is the price you pay." These words hold a simple yet profound truth. Doubt thrives in hesitation, but action destroys it. When you take even the smallest step forward, you break the chains of uncertainty. Momentum builds, and with it comes clarity and confidence. Here's how to combat doubt-driven inaction. Shift your focus. Stop obsessing over the perfect outcome. Instead, focus on taking the first step, no matter how small or imperfect it feels. Set micro deadlines. Give yourself a short, actionable time frame to decide and act. For example, I will take the next step in 24 hours. Visualize regret over hesitation. Imagine looking back in a year, wondering what could have been if you had acted today. Let that thought drive you. Celebrate small wins. Each time you act despite doubt, celebrate it. Recognize that every action weakens doubt's grip. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." When you let doubt hold you back, you lose precious time, time that can never be regained. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present moment, to act boldly now, rather than waiting for a future that may never come. And as Jesus said, "Whoever looks back is not fit for the kingdom of God." Looking back in hesitation keeps you chained to the past, while opportunities lie ahead. When you let go of doubt and embrace action, you free yourself to step into the future you're meant to create. So ask yourself, how many more opportunities are you willing to let pass by? The next time doubt whispers, "Wait," respond with action. Take the leap, even if it feels uncertain, because in that leap, you'll find the courage to keep moving forward, and the world will reward you for your boldness. Number 6, doubt causes you to compare yourself to others. Have you ever felt like everyone else is running ahead while you're stuck in place? You see their success, their achievements, and suddenly your own efforts feel small. But here's the question: is their progress the problem, or is it the doubt in your own mind? By the end of this video, you'll see how doubt turns your focus inward, causing you to compare yourself to others, and you'll learn how to break free from this cycle. Doubt is like a magnifying glass. It doesn't just highlight the achievements of others, it exaggerates them. It makes their strengths seem unattainable and your efforts insignificant. The more you compare, the more doubt whispers, "Why can't you be like them? What's wrong with you?" And before you know it, you're trapped in a cycle of self-comparison that erodes your confidence and diminishes your self-worth. Let me share the story of Anna, an aspiring writer. She spent years honing her craft, writing stories that reflected her unique voice. But whenever she saw others getting published or winning awards, doubt crept in. "Why are they succeeding while I'm still struggling?" she thought. Instead of focusing on her own journey, Anna started imitating others, trying to match their style and their success. But the more she compared herself, the more she lost touch with what made her voice special. Her doubt didn't just slow her down, it stole her authenticity. This is what doubt does. It shifts your focus away from your path and onto someone else's, as if their journey somehow defines your worth. But here's the truth. Comparison is a game you can never win because it's based on a flawed perspective. You're comparing your behind-the-scenes struggles to someone else's highlight reel. And the more you compare, the more doubt grows, feeding on your insecurities and keeping you stuck. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Look inward. Do not compare yourself to others." Stoicism teaches us that the only measure of success that matters is how true you are to yourself. Your journey is yours alone, and it doesn't need to look like anyone else's. When you let doubt make you compare, you're not just sabotaging your progress, you're losing sight of your purpose. So how do you stop doubt from turning your focus outward and stealing your confidence? Here's the answer. Recognize your unique journey. No two paths are the same. Your struggles, strengths, and successes are uniquely yours. Honor them. Limit exposure to comparisons. If social media or certain conversations make you doubt yourself, take a step back. Protect your peace. Celebrate your wins. Big or small, every step forward is progress. Focus on your growth rather than someone else's finish line. Redirect your energy. Instead of comparing, invest that energy into improving yourself. Channel your doubt into determination. Seneca said, "As long as you are comparing yourself to another, you will not know your true worth." When you stop looking at others and start looking within, you discover a strength that comparison can never touch. The only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. And as Jesus said, "Do not covet your neighbor's house." The success of others is not meant to diminish you. It's irrelevant to your unique purpose. When you focus on your own journey, you'll find that the distractions of comparison fade away. So the next time doubt tempts you to compare, ask yourself, am I losing sight of my own path? Remember, the only journey that matters is yours. Stay true to it, and doubt will lose its power to distract you. Your worth isn't defined by how you measure up to others. It's defined by how you honor your own growth. Your doubts may feel overwhelming, but remember, they are not your truth. If this resonated with you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon for more Stoic wisdom. Trust yourself, and let's grow stronger together. See you in the next video.